We are back for another Christian review of regular books, and today we are discussing The Kept Women by Karin Slaughter, which is book 8 in the Will Trent series. For those of you who've never seen one of these videos before, here's how it's going to go down. First, I do my regular review, what you know and love to expect from a book review, star rating, my own personal opinion, etc. And I do it all without spoiling the book. But then I get into my Christian review, and that's where I go over the basic pieces of a book that may or may not have a fellow believer or truly anyone wanting to read it. I give more caveats and any more information you may need about these reviews at the video that's pinned to the top of the playlist. Or you should be able to click here somewhere. However, if you're still here, let's get into my regular review. The Kept Woman ended up being my absolute favorite Will Trent book of the entire series. I was engaged and interested from beginning to end. And it's not a short book. The audiobook was 16 hours, which I think puts the physical book at least 500 pages, if I'm remembering correctly. It was beefy, but it still was so interesting. On top of that, every single character now feels like a really important part of the story. It feels like a family that you don't want to lose or lose sight of. You're really just trying to understand why each person is doing what, how, when, where, etc. On top of that, the crime itself was all internal. It was stuff happening with people that you already have met throughout the rest of the series. So it's so investing from beginning to end. I could not put this book down. I flew through it, and it still holds the title as my favorite Will Trent book. Ultimately, I rated this book 4.5 stars. I loved it. If you want to see everything that I'm reading and rating in real time, you can do so by following me on Goodreads. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, and I do have my own YouTube channel. So if you want more of my day-to-day reading and life content, you can check the links down below in the description box. Let's go ahead and get into my Christian review. The first category I always love to touch on is smut or spice, and most Will Trent books don't have very much, or if they do, it's like one scene. This book doesn't have any explicitly described scenes, but there's one portion where someone sees something. It's like a simple sentence or two, so it's very easy to skip past, but just something good to know. The second category is explicit language, and they always do have a little bit, but it's not so much that I feel like is over the top. And the third category is violence and gore. Each and every Will Trent book has a different amount of gore, and this one definitely errs on the side of more gory. There's a lot of scenes and a lot of descriptions, and it is more graphic than some of the other books. However, it was so well done, and it all is very discussed in a kind of police procedural or medical way. It's not necessarily described just for the sake of describing it. This book is probably best for someone aged 16, 17 and up, again, because of that gore content, but otherwise, just a phenomenal read. Before you go, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can stay up to date on all of these Christian reviews of regular books, plus me and my mom's podcast, The Journey We Share. On top of you being able to stay up to date, it also helps us know that the content we're providing is content you want to keep seeing. And since we're a nonprofit, it's like a free way to donate to our ministry without ever having to open up your wallet. So before you go, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and maybe even leave a comment. And we cannot wait until we see you on the next one.